Namaskaram. So today, day 5 of the soil movement. I hope you have been following Sadhguru's journey on various social media platforms. So they are uploading a lot of content. I hope you have been following that. His journey currently through Europe. So today I just thought that we could touch upon some aspects. We'll just look at one aspect at a time in terms of how one can be in touch with the soil or the earth element. So as you know that 12% of our body is made of earth. So among the 5 elements, about 12% of our body is made of the earth. So it's the second largest element in terms of composition. So being in touch with this earth element is extremely vital for our health and overall well-being. So how can one be in touch with the earth element? So in yoga there are various practices to be in touch with the 5 elements. For example, you may have heard about Bhuta Shuddhi. So that is a very vital practice to be in touch with the 5 elements. But apart from that, even if you're not practicing any yoga, how can you be in touch with the earth? So we'll look at one aspect of that today. One simple way in which you can be in touch with the earth is by walking barefoot. So this is something which a lot of people find very difficult. If you ask them to walk barefoot, this is something they would struggle with, because they think, what if something goes inside? What if I step on a pebble or a rock or something or something sharp? What if something goes inside? It'll be difficult. And because of this, and maybe because of many other reasons as well, a lot of people, they don't prefer walking barefoot. So what you can do is you can make a start. If this is something which you haven't tried before, you can make a start maybe by just walking barefoot at home. So at home, at least you can take care in terms of keeping the house clean, so you don't have to worry about what will happen if you walk barefoot. So it's definitely not needed for you to wear slippers or whatever you wear at home. Just move around the home. Just moving around the house will definitely not be required for you to wear any footwear. So this is just something which you have to overcome. Maybe it's just a limitation and you've been used to it, because I've seen a lot of people, I personally had been doing this since childhood. It's only when I realized that this is something I need to change that now I just walk barefoot at home. Otherwise, I remember that even if I had to get down from my bed, I used to first find my slippers. Where are they? Just used to be just next to the bed. So I used to get down, wear the slippers, and only then I'll move from one place to other place. And this I see happening with so many people. If you see children or even adults, even around even moving from one place to another place, even if they go to a hotel, you will see that they'll have these room slippers. Maybe it's made of some cloth or something, or it could be something very thin, but still they have something, because they don't want to walk barefoot. They will walk on their toes, but they won't put their full foot on the ground because they think it's dirty. So this is something which needs to change. So just try to see if you can start by walking barefoot, at least at home. If you can remove your socks or whatever else you have, and just try to walk barefoot at home. If you happen to visit the Isha Yoga Center, you will see that most of the residents and volunteers over there, they're just walking barefoot. One advantage is there, they have also maintained the space like that, so you can do that. Maybe in a city it's difficult to do that. I myself, I don't walk barefoot in Bangalore, but at home definitely I do. But when I step outside, I wear footwear. But there are a lot of people who, even if they step outside, if if this is something which they prefer, they'll walk barefoot. And this trend is also catching up in terms of footwear. You'll see that nowadays there's a lot of footwear which is which is very thin, which is like barefoot essentials. it's kind of themed after that, where it's like almost very thin, something which is just almost like as if your feet are touching the earth. So it's like, themed like barefoot themed footwear is becoming very popular nowadays. It's hardly there, but it's still there. So people are realizing the importance of it in terms of walking barefoot. You may have also heard about the legendary painter M.F. Hussain. So when asked about the secret of his longevity, so he lived up to his 90s. So when asked him about his secret, he said that two important things were the secret for his long life. One is eating less, and the other is walking barefoot. So you may have heard about many instances where even he went to art shows, etc., just barefoot, which surprises so many people. So walking barefoot can have a huge impact on your health and overall well-being. So if you have already been walking barefoot, please share with us in the comments. And if you have not, please try to experiment with this today. And as part of the Save Soil movement, maybe for the next 95 days left for the journey, at least this time, for this much time, you can take a commitment that I will walk barefoot, if nothing for nothing else, at least to save soil, just as a commitment towards that I'll walk barefoot at home at least. So please see if you can do this and share if this helped. Namaskar.